So in this video, we're showing Liam playing with Luke, our 4-year-old gelding. The purpose of this video is just to show what you would see if you came here to meet Luke one day and just came to see him. Here's Liam pulling him out of the pasture. When we got Luke about a month ago, he was really hard to catch, but my dad noticed earlier this week he was out checking fences and Luke followed him all the way around the pasture. So we thought that was pretty cool. He is a horse that really likes people and will really bond to you. So that's kind of what we're showing as Liam goes out in the pasture to get the horse and take him inside to work with him. So I forgot to film this next part, but he came through the gate and then they're headed up towards the barn. Now he does have a lead rope on him, but he's following Liam up to the barn. Here they're just standing in the stall. Luke's getting a little treat. As we said, he was not super easy to catch the first couple days we had him. When we have a horse that's not used to being caught, we usually like to give him just at least a handful of treat when we bring him in. So Grandpa and Liam are just working him over a little bit while Luke gets a little bit of a treat.
And the other side.
Must be an airplane flying overhead. I can't tell if that's on the video or right now as I'm recording this track. Okay, now Grandpa's working on this little bit of his mane that seems to be gone. That's probably from a work collar. He probably did some work this summer and rubbed his mane off on the work collar. That's growing back. It's going to look funny for a while, but probably by next spring it'll be laying down and looking acceptable. Oh, this is kind of funny because it's the first time today's the first day Liam's actually ever jumped up on a horse from the ground before. You have to remember Liam's a 13-year-old boy, so he was probably almost 8 inches shorter last year. So he's never been able to jump on a horse like that.
Don't get anything up in the rope, buddy. You're getting it
Liam's also not really good at working a horse on a lunge line, and we're not sure exactly how well Luke knows this, but you can see they both figure each other out pretty quickly. They do okay. Liam's got everything in the wrong hands. He's not quite doing it right, but they get it figured out pretty well.
Callie. Out. Callie, out.
Hallie, out.
They're talking to our dog right now. She's trying to eat chicken bones, and they're trying to get her out the door.
Slow him to a walk.
I didn't really edit much out of this footage because I kind of wanted to show what you'd see.
Okay, bring him in and change directions. Pull him into the middle.
This is another area where Liam's not real good at this, but they get it figured out.
Okay, stop him and lead him over here. Bring him in. Drop your whip. Lead him over to me. Stop him and back him. Okay, let your line out, walk around behind him and see if you can wrap that around his butt and pull him around. He'll probably follow you. Just let it long, let it long. Okay, now walk behind him. Hold it up high. Hold it up high so he doesn't get on his feet. No, hold it up with your hand. You're confusing him. Yeah, I know. Use your other hand to hold the thing up so it's not on the ground. Now walk behind his butt. Ask him to stand there. Walk right behind his butt over to the other side of him. Just walk right around the other side of him.
I get it too low. I got
Actually, I do this differently than Grandpa, and Liam couldn't figure it out at all. The main thing is we're just trying to show that Luke is doing something he probably has no idea what he's doing, but he's doing it okay. Something like that. I usually sneak around behind him instead of putting it over top, but that's what we're trying to do. Show how when he gets twisted up, he can unwrap himself. He's just snugging up the cinch a little bit. Now he's going to leave the training halter on and just put the bridle over top of it right now. We'll pull that off later and let him just ride it with the halter, but we're going to start out in the bridle. He's just wearing a simple snaffle bit here. When we drive him, we put him in a little bit of a leverage. We like to drive with a little leverage, but he's just riding in a snaffle. He did have some very sharp teeth when we got him a month ago. We could see him tossing his head when he was driving, so we did take him to the dentist to get his teeth worked on. He seems to be doing a lot better now with his teeth, not having any issue. This is a little new for Liam too. He usually uses a mounting block, but he's attempting just to jump up, which he does okay. If we were doing this longer, we'd have Liam make Luke stand there while he gets on until he asks him to go off, but that was their first time working on that, so.
Put him in a nice little trot a couple times around, just slow.
As I said, I've seen Luke actually canter, and he canters all right. He's not a really collected canter. He's got a pretty big canter. Liam's not a real strong rider, and he's learning this horse. So we have not had him canter Luke yet. If I got some of my girls that are strong riders coming in, we'd probably be cantering him, but not today.
All right, ride him up here. Let's see if he can go out the door. Backyard bay front.
So this is the first time Liam has ridden Luke out of doors. Just had terrible weather. You can hear how windy it is outside today, but it's better than it's been the last few weeks. Hear the goat screaming at him. You can see Luke's pretty good about being out riding by himself. Doesn't seem to have any concern with being out on the trail by himself. Liam doesn't really get out to the far out trails, but he is getting away from the other horses and kind of out in this area of our farm. We have a rule on our farm that the kids always have to wear riding helmets. We didn't notice that Liam jumped on today without a riding helmet, but Grandpa's noticing it now, and Grandpa went to get him a helmet, so. We just got so into getting the movie filmed and getting started that we didn't even realize he was wearing a stocking cap and not a helmet. Like Grandpa said, I think partly is we did trust the horse and we trusted Liam, so next time we'll start out with a helmet.
Okay, you can bring him in, Liam.
If it's confusing, sometimes you're hearing my voice as the cameraman yelling to Liam. Sometimes you're hearing me now, like now, as the narrator afterwards, just kind of narrating what's going on in the video. Here's where Grandpa brings him the helmet, I believe.
Yeah, let's take his hat off. I think you're okay. Go in and ride him bareback and we'll see what he does.
Let's just stick to running.
All right, Liam, jump off, take his saddle off, then we'll ride him bareback. You can clip him up to the wall while you pull his saddle. Can you just jump up on him there, Liam? Grandpa, stay back. You just jump right up, and then Grandpa come up and unhook him for you.
Yeah, Liam's still working on that.
All right, get forward a little bit. Do some little figure eights in the middle of the ring. You just walk them. Turn around, face him towards me, and then just stop him. Okay, will he stand good? Okay, Liam, we're going to try and pull the bridle and then see. He supposedly rides just with a halter. We'll see how that goes for you. This is a knotted halter, but that's not what he's used to. We'll see how he likes it. And now he may not understand that with a different type of halter, but you see how it goes, Liam. Doesn't seem to notice that he's not wearing a bridle, does he? You bring him straight towards me and stop him and back him with the bridle. With the halter, I mean.
Yeah, when we bought the horse, they were riding him a lot with just a halter. Sometimes with just one lead rope, but he's got 2 lead ropes there, one on each side.
Okay, right there, stop. Spin him around 180 towards me.
I think he does more like 270 here, but I asked for 180. I thought he was going to go around the other way.
Okay, you can jump off and lead him out.